Under the plugin window, make sure you have the Modeling Tools Editor mode plugin activated. To access the modeling tools, you need to go into modeling mode. Make sure you add a folder where you want to automatically store the models you make within UE5. Open the folder. For the new asset location, change this to the folder you just made. This means that anything you create with the modeling tools will automatically be saved in this folder. Using the modeling tools, you can create static meshes within UE5. Under the Create panel, you can use the Extrude Poly tool to draw out a shape and then extrude it by moving the cursor up along the Z-axis. Then click on Complete when you're done. You'll see this mesh now being saved to your folder. You have other output types that can be created, but for this tutorial, we'll just stick with the static mesh. You also have other draw mode options, along with sub options for each draw mode option. You can change the extrude mode, snapping, and materials options. If you want a separate tutorial about using the modeling tools and adding materials, let me know in the comments. You also have many other options to create various materials within Unreal. For example, you can choose the box mesh and make a simple cube in the world, clicking on Accept when you're done. The extrude path allows you to draw out a path and then move your mouse to determine the interior depth of the mesh. Once you click the left mouse button, you can then extrude up along the Z-axis. You also have multiple options for deforming meshes. For instance, you can use the warp tool to warp any mesh using the gizmo. Select the mesh and then select the warp tool. You can then use the gizmo to warp the mesh. You also have a lattice option, which allows you to use vertices to make changes to the mesh. Select your mesh, and then select the lattice tool. You can use the left mouse button to either select individual vertices, or click and drag to select multiple vertices. Then use the gizmo to make changes. You can group objects by selecting the meshes and then using Ctrl-G to group them together. If you need to ungroup objects, use Shift-G. It's also possible to combine meshes. You can, for example, add a cylinder and a box and intersect them. You can select both meshes and under the X-Form panel, choose Merge. If you need to separate the merged objects, you can use the Split option. You also have the option to use Booleans to deform a mesh. If you select the cube and then shift-select the cylinder, you can use the Boolean tool under the Model panel to cut a hole in the cube. You can also edit models within the UE5 modeling tools. To change the pivot of any model, go to the X-Form panel and select Edit Pivot. Then move the gizmo to where you want the new pivot, and then click on Accept. You can also deform models using the modeling tools, just like you did with the static meshes. There are too many tools and options to go over in one video, so if you want to deep dive into anything about the modeling tools, let me know in the comments. If you want a tutorial showing you how to export gray box meshes from Unreal, import them into Blender and make changes, and then re-import them into Unreal, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video about using the modeling tools in UE5, then you're probably interested in 3D modeling or game development. So if you're interested in those topics, you may enjoy this video. Have a good day.